sir.
Sir. Sir.
Fire and enlighten us. As Mahatma Gandhi once said, live as if you were
to have a highly informative and knowledge sharing memorial lecture. Once again, my hearty welcome to each and everyone for this great eve. Thank you. Assistant to President and each and every VIPN. I wish to extend my cordial welcome to all the family members of Sri Vizha, juniors of Sri Vizha, and to all the lawyers. Hearty welcome to our Honorable Chief Guest, Honorable Sri Justice N. Kirubakaran, former Judge of Madras High Court. My warm welcome to our
dear dignitaries of the dais, my dear friends.
Arrears in the court, judges population ratio, the time taken for disposal of the cases. Yes, takes time. Who is responsible? The litigants. I am sorry to say that advocates. No case goes out of the trial court without dismiss for default or ex parte evidence. Is it not? No matter will go out. Both the advocates will speak to each other. Dismissal over paathukalam, ex parte over paathukalam. If it is going to be that, people will lose faith in the system and they will go to only to Katapanchayat. If you want the system to survive, an efficient, robust system of justice delivery system should be there. Ours is the biggest democracy in the world. But judiciary is concerned, it takes long time, decades together. As a sitting judge, in 2020, I disposed of the case which was filed in 1965. That too, I called all the parties. Parties means the legal heirs of our grandson, grandchildren of the original litigants, and called them and convinced them about the advantages of the settlement and what are the consequences of non-settling the issue if the matter is not settled, like your grandfather, your grandchildren also will be in the court. That was the thing which has, I think, weighed with their mind, and they got settled the matter. 65, 75, 85, 95, 2005, 56 years, 50 years, 55 years. That was a case pending, that is from Trichy. And as rightly pointed out by the Chancellor, the judges' population ratio is, it has to be increased. As he pointed out, USA and China, it cannot be compared. Ours is the largest democracy with the highest population in the world. Courts are less, judges are less, infrastructure is not adequate. When that is the case, how is it possible for the courts to dispose of the case at the earliest? There are fake cases, false cases. The highest, biggest litigant in the country is the courts, the governments. 50% of the cases are by the other means. Either state will be the appellant or state will be the respondent. That should be a litigation policy. Which are all the cases which should be prosecuted for, or it should be taken to the higher level. That is not that. That is the problem. All the cases, any order, adverse order, immediately an opinion will be obtained and it will be taken up to the higher form. And also, there are three wings of the state, organs of the state. executive, legislature and judiciary. The other two wings are not properly functioning. That is one of the reasons why these courts are not able to function properly. For anything and everything, it will land in the court. They will be leaving to the judiciary. Even on what date, time the legislature has to be convened for floor test has to be decided by the Supreme Court. When we are studying, there is no distraction except the radio. And rarely only in 75 or I think 18 TV was introduced. Now you have got all sorts of menaces. You have got internet, you have got cell phone. Internet gives all good things and much more bad things. And you should be a judge to assess which is good for you, which is not good for you, which is good for your future, which is good for your character building. And more than that, drug, which is a menace. I think recently, today's newspaper, yesterday's newspaper, you have seen, a 13-year girl was gang raped near Anikat. No human being will do this. But 3 demons did it. Because why they become demon? Alcohol, drug. Drug and alcohol would make a human being as a devil. You should be careful in dealing with that. Because drug menace is spread like anything in schools and colleges. So, if you should be very careful with these abuses. It has spread like anything, and there are many steps are being taken by the police, and directions are being given by the judiciary in this regard. So it will spoil. These people will land in cases, and the rest of the life will be in jail.